This is starting. I think we're starting.
We're starting.
That's how it starts.
Push it with your dick, dude.
It worked! I am Ray Taylor. I clearly don't have a regular job. I was never really into comic books growing up. Like, I was a geek.
Well, you should tell your face that, because you look exactly like
I do.
Watch the fights.
Fuck yeah, I watch the fights.
I'm Keith Spurlock.
I watch every kind of pornography. I said, all right, to counteract my cancer that I'm giving myself, I smoke weed after every cigarette.
What were we just fucking talking about? And this is the Inspired Disorder Podcast. I'm not going to allow you to have an opinion on this just because you're wrong.
Is anyone else's podcast about, like, jerking off in UFC?
What's up, everybody?
That's right. You should be holding that when we started.
Well, you know, it was a tie, but you know, whatever. I think if this no contest was scored appropriately, I should have won.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
But, you know, fucking no replays. Let's not get shit accurate. Anyway, we're talking fights. It's been a while. We just watched UFC 211 last night. And we're going to make another early picks. Earlier than last time, we're going to make picks for the Gustafsson Teixeira fight.
Before we get into this card, amazing card.
Yes, it was on paper it was pretty. The matchups were pretty good matchups, pretty great matchups.
Yeah. This might need refreshed. It's got fights that aren't on.
Yeah, I just I did do that, but anyway, so UFC 211 was this past Saturday, May 13th, 2017. MIOCIC versus Dos Santos 2 from Dallas, Texas. There we go. So we'll go through the card. Well, it ended up being a tie. I guess I'll show that real quick. Our picks from last Fight Talk. 2 fights fell out. Third was added that we didn't make picks for. And then there was a no contest.
And also one of the contestants was swapped out in a fight.
That too.
That's what happens when we make early picks, people.
Yeah,
shit happens.
Yeah, that's. I mean, some of those things are like
some of them happen last day.
Yeah,
anyway.
So it's who cares? As long as they have the card, we'll make picks on the card. That way, it gives time to people to watch the picks, because the picks parts of the show are pretty useless once the fight happens. Like, nobody gives a shit about what picks you made for UFC. I mean, I guess. I mean, interesting. It might be. But anyway, let's start from the beginning. We didn't make picks for this fight. Decent start to the card.
Yeah, this I'm not even gonna Anti-Gulov. He looks beastie.
Yeah,
he wrapped dude up, and
yeah, it was pretty dominant. Rear naked choke,
first round.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those Dagestani guys that's, you know, setting the world ablaze with their grappling.
Said he's never had a real job. He's only trained his whole life.
Did we say the Joachim Christensen versus Godzimurad Anti-Gulov were the fighters, but anyway, Anti-Gulov wins it, pretty decisive. Good win. Let's go to the next fight, or the first one that we had picks for. Gabriel Benitez versus Enrique Barzola.
Now this one went back and forth.
Well, it started off first round. Benitez won it.
Yeah, easy.
And then Barzola was able to, like, all Barzola did in the first round was get 3 takedowns that just Benitez got right back up. But then Barzola kept shooting those takedowns second round, and Benitez was starting to get tired. And then finally he was able to actually do a little bit from the ground, at least advance position, kind of land some stuff.
Almost had him with the rear naked choke at one point.
Yeah. But decent fight.
Yeah,
decent fight.
Fun.
Benitez, you know, kind of just, I think he was just comfortable knowing he could get up because it was so easy for like the first 5 times. And then
but after a while, it's like, motherfucker.
Yeah, eventually you're not going to be. It's just like, if he just avoided the takedowns, he wouldn't have used so much energy just like
Yeah, he was dead.
letting himself get down just so he can get back up. Probably not the best game plan, but looked good though.
Great kicks.
Different. Striking wise, he was doing good. It was just once he was able to do more with the takedowns, once Barzola was able to do more, it started shutting him down and getting him tired. But Barzola wins it. I picked Benitez. And that was, I think it was just a unanimous 29-28.
Yeah.
So this is not the next fight. The feature bout for the Fight Pass prelims was with Jessica Aguilar versus Courtney Casey. And
I picked this one.
Yeah.
I picked Aguilar.
Right. Who's ranked? Well, at least currently. And
I think I was just looking at
Casey.
6-3. I mean, like, but boy, Courtney Casey looked phenomenal in this fight.
The their records, a lot of female fighters are super deceiving. Just because there's so many that have losses on them.
Yeah.
There's none that,
but yeah,
except for like Ronda Rousey.
Her stand up, she busted Aguilar's face up.
She's picking her apart. And then Aguilar would get like a trip and get Casey on her back, but she wouldn't.
And then just get up kicked or kicked in the knees.
She wouldn't go to the ground. She wouldn't go to the guard or try and do any kind of guard work. She was just
leaned over, leaned face first. Like when you see most fighters,
if they want to stand,
they'll put their hip and lean their head back and then try to like.
But she was like,
she just like grabbed.
She didn't want to go down. She didn't want to fight correctly up. She just kind of like
wanted to hold her leg and kick her, and most 90% of the time she was getting kicked.
Yeah, she was getting her knee was getting
buckled.
Getting kicked, and she's getting
up
kicks to the
in
face.
The face, yeah.
It
like
was
not like grazing shots. She caught a few heels right to the fucking
face.
It
was just as damaging when Courtney Casey was fighting off of her back with up kicks as it was when she was standing, landing like tons, like combinations that she was throwing against Aguilar.
Yeah,
Great,
she never went in with one punch. She was always throwing.
Oh, just tons of, and just mixing it up, punches, kicks. So good win for Casey. She's definitely getting better. I don't remember seeing her this dominant in a fight.
No, but she's also fought, the best of that weight division.
Maybe. I think she's getting better. She's only 6. She's only had 9 fights. So, and she's young.
Like her last fight that she lost was against Claudia Gadelia.
Yeah.
She beat Randa Marcos. I don't know the other girl, and then she lost to Joanne Calderwood.
Yeah, so she's
Those
lost
were her first
two
fights.
Two of her 3 losses are against top contenders in 115 and 125. Calderwood will go up too. So she's doing good. And deceiving if you see decision. But
and
it was a
look how
wrong
that
fight.
is. It says 6-3, and I mean it should have said 6-4, and now she's 7-4.
Yep. Unless, yep. I don't know. Whatever. Just another reason not to really trust the numbers. Anyway, so that was the feature bout for the Fight Pass prelims.
Yeah. So
good start to the fight.
So now we're tied up 1-1.
Even though it was
on
2 decisions,
bad picks of ours.
Quick first win on a fight that didn't matter, and then 2 pretty exciting fights for going to a decision.
Yeah.
So moving on to the first FX prelim, starting off with James Vick versus Marco Polo Reyes
El Toro.
And this was let's see here.
James the Executioner.
Yeah.
In the first round gets the knockout.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, clean win. It wasn't.
Yeah, it happened pretty quick. It was impressive. Vic looked real sharp. The punch that he hit him with didn't even look like a whole lot, but it was he threw it after he slipped a punch.
Yeah,
and it was just he caught him with like the 1-2, and he was down.
Yeah. James Vick. I mean, I think he's on a nice winning streak right now.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get some more promotion. I think he wanted to fight. Did he call out the Chiesa Was that
Lee? Yeah.
Kiesa Lee. It's like, I'm going to be ready. Yeah, so he's lost to Benil Dariush.
Which, he's
who's
in the
a
top
beast.
10.
Yeah. Abel Trujillo, Marco Polo Reyes. So he hasn't really beaten big names, but he's only lost once. So I think he was out for a while. Or not. No, maybe not. I could be wrong. Maybe it was something else. But anyway, good win for James Vick.
Especially at home.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Which could sometimes goes the wrong way.
Sometimes.
But it was a good win for the hometown
You
guy.
picked Vick in that, so you're up 2-1.
So this was a late replacement. Chase Sherman versus, who was the first guy? Last name of the Sherman versus who? Yeah, fuck that name.
Yeah.
So they cut the other guy because his name was fucked up. Although Jacek isn't like
Pavarozetis?
Isn't
I don't
the
fucking know.
most kind to dyslexic reading. But anyway,
This fight was fucking crazy.
Rashad Coulter comes in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, late notice to replace local guy versus Chase Sherman. Up and comer.
Well, he hasn't. This is his first win in the UFC. Sherman?
Yeah. Yeah. But he's looked, he's, okay, first win, but he hasn't looked horrible. They haven't cut him.
Yeah.
So he's, and, this one, fight of the night, too.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
This one, fight of the night. Performance was MIOCIC and Knight.
Joanna didn't get shit?
Nope. She won, and she probably got whatever her contract is, champion. I'm sure she's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, she didn't get a. It was a dominant performance, so it's not going to be fight of the night, and she didn't finish it.
True.
So you can't really. It was a good win for her, dominant win, but
spoilers.
Out of those, yeah, well, whatever. People know. It's not like fucking Sixth Sense, where Chase Sherman's been dead this whole time. But it was, Sherman was fucking lighting this guy up. Destroying his leg.
His leg was done.
Fucking, but Coulter would just throw, like, these haymakers or just strong punches. They weren't necessarily, like,
a lot
all
of
winging.
haymakers.
Yeah, I know, but they all almost landed, it seemed like. Like, he landed a lot of them.
Well, he was missing with a bunch, then he started landing a bunch.
But it's just like he was getting his ass kicked, but it's like at any moment he could win because he would throw like 1 out of 20 punches he got hit with.
At least 3 or 4 times.
So it was a crazy fight. Like even towards the end they were both like all wobbled. It's like, holy shit, just somebody throw a punch, you'll probably win right now.
The way he knocked him out though with that short elbow.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
man,
great.
he just like crumpled onto his leg. Almost
they were
Crow Cop style.
Either one of them to get hit with anything would have gone down. Like they were both so wobbled. It was crazy. But Coulter
only had one leg.
Beat up. Yeah, he's beat up. So it'll be interesting to see him next fight. After training camp. I don't see why not. Just got a fight of the night.
True.
That'd kind of be fucked up, but they've done that shit before. But it'd be nice. Fucking why not? New blood. I don't for like, the
if they didn't
low
sign
level.
Bellator, scoop him up real quick.
He's not a name. Bellator only wants names that they can afford.
They've got other. We wouldn't have to pay him top dollar.
Yeah, they could have scooped him up anyway. It's not like I don't know. I'm sure whatever he's probably got maybe he's got a couple fights on his deal. Who knows? But great fight, good win for Sherman. I don't see him going anywhere near like top 10 though. Sherman.
No.
Like he's fun to watch. It was a fun heavyweight fight.
He should fight the stained glass guy.
But it's there's like this B group in heavyweight, and it's like light heavyweight too.
Guys
really
break through though. Ngannou.
Yeah, but he was destroying
Lewis.
people. Like Ngannou never had a performance like Sherman.
Yeah,
where it was just like he almost lost a dude that he was destroying. So coming up next, Chaz Skelly, fuck his name, versus Jason Knight, the somebody dubbed the #1 trailer park king of the trailer park. I don't remember. Something very offensive to white people. But, you know, they kind of looked the part. Like, Chaz Skelly has a very, like, almost tweaker look to him.
Yes, they both do.
Yeah. They both. Yeah. Knight seems more
they look like
a
cousins.
fake gangster guy.
But they look like cousins.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see where this one was.
This one was
it went to the
crazy.
third round, yeah. This one I thought was going to be fight of the night. And it was, I mean, it wasn't as back and forth as like the Sherman Coulter fight was like, holy shit.
Skelly was tagging him.
Yeah.
And but I called it earlier, like, and Knight brought it up. He's like, I broke his arm in the first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you noticed Skelly wasn't throwing his
right hand. But then he would. But he was tentative.
I mean,
but then he load up. But
Rich Franklin, I think, didn't he knock out Chuck Liddell with his broken arm? Yeah. I mean, he was throwing it every once in a while. I mean, they don't feel the pain yet.
Oh no, they feel the pain.
I'm sure you feel it clicking and shit, but in the fight, I mean, sure, right.
Well, that's
after
why
the
most
fight.
dudes stop throwing because they feel the fucking pain.
Yeah. But anyway,
but yeah,
Jason Knight,
crazy
my
back
pick.
and forth. Knight with a giant face pussy by the end of the fight.
Yeah.
He's like,
he was in a war.
Yeah, but then just fucking gives him the old 1-2, and Skelly just kind of crumbled. Knight jumped on him.
Yeah, finished it off,
pounding him out.
Yep.
It was a
Good
crazy
win on
fight.
Knight.
Yeah,
and Skelly's no slouch. This was
I
mean, it was a crazy fight for a reason.
Yeah.
But Knight's one of those guys, like, technical, but also allows himself to, like, get in scrambles and get in brawls.
They had some crazy ground scrambles a few times.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, I think I referred to it as a 2-man breakdance.
Yeah.
Because it looked like it was just choreographed.
Yeah.
Where they were flipping over each other.
Knight
and
kept trying to sink in that.
Going under.
Like
and
Go-Go Plata or something like that. It was, it was a great fight. I mean, both guys, but good win on Knight. For sure. Good win for Knight. Good day, good night.
So that puts it now. You're up 3-2 because you had Knight on that one, and I had Sherman in the last one.
Yeah. So next up was the feature bout for the FX prelims. Eddie Alvarez returning from getting dusted by Conor McGregor versus not dusted, Poirier, who's on, I think, a nice little winning streak. But kind of like Alvarez kind of got clipped a few times, then it started to become.
He looked like it was all over.
He did tag Poirier a couple times, but
then he started coming back.
Yeah.
In the Eddie Alvarez fashion, and then tagged Poirier a few times, and it was looking like
shaping up to be a crazy fight.
Fuck yeah! And then
second round, about halfway through, or not halfway through. Was towards the end or towards the beginning? Towards the end, I'm gonna guess. I don't know. But in the second round, 2 illegal knees.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the fight was ruled a no contest, which is fucking bullshit, because that would have been a win for me.
But it's not.
I know. I understand that. I'm just saying, I'm glad it's a tie, so I don't have to wear the hat. I'd be more mad at fucking...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Getting
I would
the shaft.
have been, too.
But Alvarez, did not look like a former champion at all. Did not look at all like he fought.
Looked gun shy
against.
But then once he almost died, he
got
started
heart.
to come back.
He's got heart, but I mean, heart didn't stop getting knocked out by Conor. I mean, he may have heart, but I'm sure his chin's taken. He likes to spar. Like, he takes pride in how much sparring he does before fights. So, his chin's gonna give out at some point.
Well,
so who knows?
I enjoyed the fight while it lasted.
Yeah.
Sad to see it end this way, but I'm sure they'll run it back.
Sure. Yeah. I'm
why
good
not?
with that. I don't see why not either.
It was already a good fight.
I mean, it didn't get
resolved.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And lightweight's stacked anyway, so it's not like they're desperate for new blood. All right, so that was the feature bout. So kind of a bummer way to end the prelims. But moving on to the pay-per-view main card for UFC 211, starting off with what was supposed to be a prelim fight, Krzysztof Jotko versus David Branch. And
I had Branch in this one. Branch just coming back from World Series of Fighting, I believe.
Yeah.
They're champ at 185 and 205.
And it was it for sure looked like a prelim fight in a main event.
It did.
They both looked okay, but Branch, did a little bit more.
It was a split decision.
Yeah.
I thought Branch won.
Yeah.
I think you also did too. By the end of that fight, we
but
agreed.
It wasn't like
But it wasn't definitive.
Like the fact that it
I
was a
think
split
he won.
decision makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I don't know.
It was whatever. I mean, what weight class is this? Middleweight.
Yeah.
So it's like,
styles make fights. Maybe it's just wasn't a good matchup for either guy.
Yeah, but neither guy. I don't know. It's not like one guy shut the other guy down because their styles didn't. It's just, I don't know.
But I
don't know why Jotko. That was not a number 9 in middleweight. I don't know what the middleweight. Let's see what middleweight's at right now. Middleweight, like he's not. Well, he was 9. Okay, so he's 9. He's above Vitor, Talis Leites, Uriah Hall, Sam Alvey. So I guess that's a decent pool to be in for that. That makes sense.
I don't see him. He was 19-1. So
I guess maybe Brunson versus Jotko, or I guess Branch versus Brunson would make more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, not super. Like I don't see either of those guys fighting for a title.
No, not
ever. Unless everybody retires.
And I think Branch is 35 anyway, so he didn't have a whole lot longer.
But good opportunity for him to jump up to pay-per-view.
So that ties it up. We're tied 3-3.
And that probably throws them off. They were planning on fighting like 4 hours earlier,
Yeah.
And online, not like on pay-per-view. So Frankie Edgar versus Yair Rodriguez.
I was really excited for this fight. I think a lot of people were.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely Frankie was going to give us answers about Yair. We were finally going to see Yair against tough competition.
Oh, good wrestler.
One of the best. Yeah. Not only one of the best of the division, one of the best to ever fight in the UFC. Yeah. Not only living legend, but still
currently
performing.
fighting.
Yeah. Fighting legend. And still looking great because he, perfect game plan, shut him down. Yair never really was able to do anything.
Nothing.
And it didn't help that he got nailed with the big good elbow from Frankie when he was on the ground, but then he goes to his corner and his corner's just got a little fucking Q-tip on his cut.
No end swell.
No end swell until the end of the second round.
But by then it
was already fucking swollen.
Jesus.
Like after the second round, like they were just trying to pry his eye open to
see if it was still in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, or see if it's if. Yeah, he could see anything. I don't know what their tests are.
They were like, nah.
Yeah. But yeah, good win for Frankie. Dominant win for Frankie.
Beat the Yair looked unrecognizable at the end of that fight.
Yeah.
Looked like someone hit him in the head with a baseball bat.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he definitely got hit. He got swolled up.
And I had picked Edgar in this because
Hopefully, because there's Holloway and Jose Where's Waldo are fighting.
I'm sure someone will pull out.
Probably Waldo will not make weight or something like that. But I would like to see. Hopefully, I want Holloway to win, and I would love to see Frankie fight Holloway for the belt. I think that would be great. Different matchup.
Yeah.
I don't really care to see Frankie versus Aldo again, you know. Like we've seen the same fight. We know it's just I don't know. But if he got the belt and Aldo wanted to fight, that would be great if he beat Max Holloway.
Yeah.
That would be nice. If Max Holloway wins, I'd love to see Frankie get another shot. I mean, he's ranked number 2, so he's right there anyway, and he looked great. You know, aside from the Aldo fight where Aldo just has his number, like he looked great against Yair. He destroyed fucking
he looks great against everyone.
Stevens.
Yeah.
He knocked Stevens out. People thought he was going to get knocked out by Stevens. It's like supposed to be like this was supposed to be a tough, well, potentially tough because we didn't really see Yair, you know, see what he can do.
Just says how good Jose Aldo is.
Sure. I mean, I mean, for Frankie's style and his style, it's just like, it's never going to match up good. He just has his number. I mean, it didn't seem like Frankie was able to do anything in their second fight. I mean, I don't know if it was even a better fight than the first one. The first one was probably a more competitive fight. But good win for Frankie. I was torn on that one, even though, like, I didn't mind having Yair because it could have been, we could have seen some fucking crazy shit, but we didn't. So moving on to the next fight, Damian Maia versus Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal had a great first round.
Tell you what, Masvidal,
he's
been
legit,
around
man.
forever.
Yeah.
But I feel like within the last 3 years, because he's been around forever.
Yeah.
He just put on his big boy pants and started whooping ass.
I think more in the last year
he's
moved kind of
up
put
a weight
shit,
class.
Yeah, I think more in the last year he's been putting shit together. Like him and Musasi.
Yeah.
I mean, Musasi's been around for fucking ever too,
and not really been losing a lot.
I know, but it's like both of these guys are like relevant and in the mix and performing well against like tough competition. And yeah, he had a good first round, was able to avoid Maia tying him up for the most part,
which is amazing because many have tried, and
I mean, everybody knows what Maia's going to do. And until now, I mean, aside from when Maia was trying to be a stand-up fighter and not just going to his jiu-jitsu, Masvidal probably gave him by far his toughest. I mean, you compare it to like Matt Brown or Gunner, where it was mostly grappling. This one he was able to stay on his feet more and show some of his striking.
I mean, it was a split decision. But,
yeah. But Maia controlled the second and third. I mean, most of the third round was his, and like the second, he controlled a lot of it. Just that first round.
Great fight.
Yep. And Maia, supposedly Dana says that he's got the next shot at the title.
Dana says a lot of things.
Yeah, well, and a lot of title. The company isn't really making champion versus number one contender fights. They're trying to make like just these spectacle fights, like George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping,
or Bisping versus Henderson.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like that's the company doing that. It's not like it's unlike Woodley, who's trying to manufacture these things. But anyway, it's a lot of crying. But a champion that does not cry and destroys and dominates, Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Jessica Andrade.
Wow.
Kind of a matchup where it's like we're potentially going to see Joanna tested the most. Was not that at all.
Well, she had a lump on her head.
She did get, I mean, she got hit and
she got a
hematoma, but it didn't like impact her ability to dominate the fight.
Jesus, this was she just beat her up and didn't get hit.
Yep.
And then beat her up and then didn't get. It was phenomenal.
Unanimous. She won all 5 rounds from all 3 judges. But yeah, dominant performance. And I guess she's 1 away. She wins 1 more. She ties Ronda Rousey. So 2 more.
She needs to beat that.
It's easily going to happen. She's dominant in that division. And, I mean, it's probably the easiest thing for her.
And there's probably only 4 girls that really should fight her in that division. And she's beat all of them.
Yeah, let's see what that division's like right now.
I mean, I'm sure Rose is probably next.
Rose, yeah, that's one that's potentially next.
But I don't see any way Rose beats her.
Maybe. I mean, Rose has been getting better.
She has.
So it'll be a test to see where she's at for sure.
It will be.
But yeah, I would imagine Rose would be a pretty heavy underdog on that.
I mean, I like Rose, but
for sure. I mean, she's right up there. I think she could probably beat Andrade and Carolina. I mean, she probably had the closest fight with her. I mean, Gedalia, I think hit her once, put her down, but it didn't really.
Gedalia in their fight for the belt,
the
very first one,
was a close.
A lot of people thought Gedalia won that, but then when they ran it back after the show, Joanna was dominant.
Yeah, well, she did. She got hit and got put down. I swear. She got put down in that fight.
Knocked.
Yeah. Here, I'll go check it out.
All right. And I'll run the show.
Okay.
But yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with the way she just beat her down. Like the footwork, the head movement, the combinations. It's fucking ridiculous. And she's 13-0. I mean, I could see her possibly going 20-0 with more than half of her wins being a champion. Like, just the box. What's in the box?
Oh man!
Oh, what's in the box?
Such great service. They bring it to our door, but don't respect the podcast recording.
Oh, we didn't put the podcast recording sign up.
Yeah. Still need to get that. Maybe that's in the box. All right. So where are we at?
I was just talking about how I could easily see her going 20-0 at, getting up to around there.
Well, I think she's probably going to break Ronda's record and then go to 125, get the belt there, and then who knows from there. That's.
But I'm saying, and then
4 fights away.
Let's say she makes it to 20-0. That means more than half of her career wins were as champion.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No, she'll be. She's one of the most dominant champions in the UFC for sure.
Well, she's the only undefeated champion.
Especially, I mean, as far as women fighters, there's nothing. Maybe Nunes can do it in bantamweight, but I don't think she's she's not as far ahead of everybody else as much as Joanna is. Joanna seems like she's.
There are no undefeated champions besides her.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of undefeated fighters in general.
True.
It's so rare. I mean, at some point, people lose. You get old, you get caught, have a bad day at work. But she seems like she's putting it all together right now, and it's fun to watch. All right, so that was the co-main event.
And I had Joanna in that.
So I have to win this next one to tie it. The main event, Stipe Miocic versus Junior Dos Santos for the heavyweight title rematch. Close first fight. Some people thought Stipe won. Dos Santos got the nod. One of the two losses on Miocic's record. Only him and Struve. Which, if Struve puts that together, would love to see that rematch. Here's the thing. Stipe tied all the dominant heavyweights. He's defended it twice. Nobody's ever defended it 3 times.
I know, isn't that insane?
So he just has to. I mean, that's just how crazy the heavyweight division is. And injuries too. I think injuries kind of wise Kane probably, because Kane was like the golden god of heavyweight because he was small and fast and could wrestle, and then he just started getting
cardio for
breaking down.
Yeah.
Well, until Mexico City didn't make him look good, and then all the injuries didn't help either.
Yeah.
But yeah, is that where he lost the belt? Was in the Mexico City fight against Verdum? It's hilarious. But yeah, so interesting to see who he fights next in the division. Maybe Kane, if Kane's healthy.
He's not.
I know, but maybe.
I mean,
he just beat Overeem.
Yeah.
Just beat Dos Santos. I don't think Ngannou's ready yet. I think he needs one more fight at least. Derek Lewis isn't ready yet. Mark Hunt for sure not. So it's got to be Cain.
I can't believe Arlovsky's even still in the top 10.
Yeah, but that's just how... I mean, I think Arlovsky's going to beat a lot of those top 15 guys. Stefan Struve is probably going to start climbing the ranks pretty quick. He's fighting that... is it Volkov that he's fighting? Is that the giant dude?
Yeah.
Or is it... Yeah. So that's good fight for him to get a little bit. But then Travis Brown hasn't looked great.
Like shit.
Arlovsky's on his downturn.
Like shit.
Mark Hunt's on his downturn.
He's old.
Derek Lewis has looked good
against guys,
but not
against guys.
Francis Ngannou's fucking looked amazing against guys. I mean, at least Derek Lewis fought. He farted. He farted. Big Country.
He farted Big Country, and then
Roy Nelson's not even ranked anymore.
They fucking kicked him off the list after he kicked.
Oh right,
Big John.
But still, he had a fight. He lost it.
He's lost a lot lately.
I know, but he's better than fucking Tim Johnson and Marcin Tybura. I mean, come on,
Tim
what
Johnson's
are we doing here?
Mustache just bumped him up the rankings
sure,
a little bit.
I mean, it's a mustache versus a mullet, and the Big Country mullet. I don't know, so we'll see. It'll probably be a while, I'm sure, until they put something together.
Stipe,
I don't see why they wouldn't just wait for Cain to get healthy.
Stipe put a lot of punches on Junior's head. Made him go night-night.
Oh, for sure. Well, Junior's head has been eating a lot of punches his last few fights.
It gets bigger and bigger every time I see him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a disappointing loss for Dos Santos, but Miocic has a way to make people look bad. Even though he did he got hit in the Overeem fight and was able to come back. He got put on his ass. But still, he was able to charge through it and fucking knock him out.
And it's funny how, like, a lot of times the heavyweight champions in the UFC will look like monsters. Stipe just looks like a tall guy who goes to the gym.
And he's like a super goofball. Like, if you watch the embeddeds, he's like playing pranks on everybody. Fan comes up to him, he pretends like he's just he's like, oh no kid, I can't do that. Like, kid wants to take pictures, like, oh, I don't take pictures. And the kid's like, oh, it's okay. He's like, I'm just kidding, get over here, let's take some pictures. And he's at like the store getting like BB guns and slingshots and shit because he's a grown child. He's a guy I'd love to see on Rogan's podcast, just because he's always like happy and having fun. So weird. And then Dos Santos like loves the guy too. They have a bunch of respect for him. And the post fight,
Dos Santos is like the nicest fucking guy.
I know,
too.
That's the thing. Dos Santos in the post fight interview, he was saying this, like, if I'm gonna lose to somebody, I'm glad it's this guy. Like, I'm glad this guy's the champ because he's just a good person. He signifies the title. He's a good champion for the sport.
He still works.
He's
at
not
the
a shit
firehouse
talker
occasionally.
Yeah. Well, he's probably not that much. Leading it into camp or whatever.
Oh,
but yeah. It's and I'm sure
he just pops in every once in a while.
Yeah, the more money he's making, I'm sure the less
rightfully so.
Why would you want to put yourself in danger?
Heavyweight champion.
Yeah. When it's just it's like, okay, you're going to get injured volunteering at a fire department, but then you lose out on your career that's making you, I mean, I'm sure he's made good money so far.
Yeah.
And I'm sure whatever his next fight is, because it'll be record breaking if he does win it, he's got to get, who knows. But good on Stipe, man. He's putting it together. And good time for it, not the strongest of divisions.
Nope. But, I mean, we just read through it, and it's not that great, guys.
So this is UFC 211, this past Saturday, Dallas, Texas. Fun card, man. Best card of the year so far. And before we make picks on the next card, go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/inspired disorder. Donate $1. You can donate more. There are perks if you donate more. It's a monthly donation, so $1 a month, $12 a year, and help support the podcast and everything else I do. Patreon.com/InspiredDisorder. So moving on to the next card that we're going to make picks for. It's a UFC Fight Night Sunday, so it's 2 weeks from today. May 28th.
In Sweden.
2017. It's probably going to be early, I would imagine.
1 p.m.
Yep. Gustafsson versus Teixeira, which is a good matchup for Gustafsson, I think. So this is from, what was that? Stockholm,
That'll start
Sweden.
here at 11.
Sweet. Just wake up and start watching
fights.
They have, I mean, there's been a few cards like that. It's always weird. All right, so starting off, this is going to be an FS1.
I'm surprised it isn't just a Fight Pass, but I guess bigger names.
Teixeira, Gustafsson. All right.
This is going to be an odd choosing because a lot of these guys, when they have cards in Europe, are guys like, who?
We got to figure out who goes first and all that shit. You go first, or you decide.
I decide who goes first.
Because and there are 13 fights. So if a few fall out, it's all right. I bet that's why they stacked that last card so much, just because they know shit falls through all the time. They just overbook it.
You can go first.
All right. So starting off with the first fight on Fight Pass, Damian Grabowski of the Grabowski clan versus Christian Colombo. Godzilla versus the Polish Pitbull. This is my pick?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, bro. What's going on here? Shit. Damian's got a bunch more experience. But I don't
Colombo's got 4 inches on him.
But does Colombo, like Courtney Casey, use that shit to his advantage?
He has half the fights.
Yeah.
I remember watching him fight.
Yeah. Man. What weight class is this?
Heavyweight.
It's heavyweight? Oh, there it is. Well, he's got 20 pounds on him, too. Which doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. I guess I'll go Colombo on this one.
Godzilla.
I was never a fan of the show. Never, it wasn't my thing. It was more, Murder, She Wrote.
I probably was more of a Murder, She Wrote. I need some names.
Here, I'll do this. Yeah. It was...
I haven't spelled Grabowski that much.
Why not, bro? All right. There you go.
That'll work.
All right. So moving on to the next fight of the Fight Pass. Fight Pass prelims. Moving on to the next fight of
try it again. One more time.
Pass prelims. Marcin Held versus Damir Hardzovic.
Gotta go Held on this one. I'm surprised to see him this low on a card.
Damn, 22-6. So we got twice as many fights. What if they're all going to be booked like this, like experience versus newcomer? All right, so moving on to the feature bout of the UFC Fight Pass prelims on Fight Pass. Darren Till versus Jason Ayari.
Ayari?
Ayari.
Ayari too.
Ayari Manuel, give me all the money in your till. Bro. I think I'll go Darren Till. It's undefeated. 13-0.
By shitty tattoo? Okay.
Hey, man. Fucking, what's his face with the Elvis Down syndrome?
I knew you were going to go for
I mean, it's the classic bad tattoo.
What the? Oh my God!
Alan Belcher.
Alan Belcher. Alan the Talent.
Yeah. Fucking a dude that was on a run before his eye injury. I think that's why he retired.
Beat Paul Harris at a leg lock match.
He was putting shit together right then, and then. First fight of the FS1 prelims. Nico Musoki, I don't know, versus Bojan Horseman Vilikovic.
Serbian Steel.
This is your pick or mine?
It's my pick.
Sweet.
And
we got Musok from Sweden, 13-4. Vilikovic from Serbia.
Who can't go with the Bojan Horseman?
I mean, I'm sure there's haters of Bojan, anti-horseman. But I'm good with that, since I have no real clue. All right, so moving on to the next fight. Joaquim Silva versus Marabek Tasumov. This is me?
Yep.
Fuck yeah, Tasumov. And I'm 100% going with them because Russian. Very, very racist. Not racist, really. I mean, is it racist? I'm picking
Django
because
is?
he's from. I'm
Maybe
picking
Django
because
is.
he's from. What do you mean Django?
It's Djangoism. It's when you believe your country is better than others.
Oh, yeah, but he's not my country. I'm not Russian. It's not my country. It's not me. Yeah, so toss him off all day.
Because he's going to toss him off all day?
Oh, yeah, that's how you win. You get him tired. You gas him out. Ooh, Chris Camozzi versus Trevor Smith. The easiest names on the card. Is you.
Yeah, it is. And I'm going to go Camozzi.
Camozzi getting Swozy.
Looks like the other guys
probably would have done the same.
A lot of jits.
Potentially. Potentially. Or he likes to finish rocking somebody with a choke.
But never knock anyone out.
Yeah, well, maybe he doesn't have knockout power. You know?
Only rocking power?
Yeah, exactly. Rocking power. He's preparing for old age.
I want to rock!
Rocking chair! All right, so the feature bout for the FS1 prelims, Pedro Munoz versus Damian Stasiak. Webster is what I would read if I wanted to know more words. The young Punisher, Munoz. This is me?
Yeah.
Bantamweight fight. Men fighting 135 pounds.
With punches and kicks.
I think I'm going to go more hometown guy. Not hometown. I mean, is it
going
Poland? No,
Sweden.
But same area. Stasiak, so whatever. Streisand. Give me Damian Streisand. Yeah. Webster. The man, the myth, the dictionary. All right, so moving on to the FS1 main card. Starting off with Jack Hermanson versus Alex Nicholson. Booyakasha. This is me?
It's me.
Bam! We've seen Nicholson a few times of late. Some wins, some loses. Hermanson, I'm sure we've seen, but I can't remember if he's lost or not. But
I'm going Hermanson.
Yeah, I'm all right with that, I guess. I don't have anything to negatively or positively add to why, but I feel comfortable in my loins. All right. Nordine Taleb versus Emil Meek.
This is you.
Man, I think Taleb won one for me last time.
He did? As I said no to Frenchies.
I think Meek lost his first fight, right? Did he lose his first fight? He won it?
He won it. Or they made him trim his beard.
That's right. That's so stupid. I think I'm going to go with Emil Meek on this one. Another closer to home guy. Mechaleka anyhow. Sweet. We have the next fight. Omari Akhmedov versus Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Bam. From Ghana.
Knocking motherfuckers out.
7 times straight. No mistakes all day. Versus Russian. Wolverine. How do you get the name Wolverine
in Russia?
It's a dude that they never called Daisy. Which I just think would be the opposite of Wolverine. I mean, for me, I know what I'm going with, but it's
You're not
my
going
pick.
with anything.
I know, but I'm just
You're
saying.
going with whatever I give you.
I know what I would be comfortable having. Just saying, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's. I'm pretty much comfortable that I don't have to make the pick on this one. The Wolverine's here, man, and he does not look like fucking Hugh Jackman at all.
He probably looks more like the actual Wolverine.
Probably, yeah.
I can't go against the Russians.
Damn it. That's what I probably would have gone with too. Just because, I mean, it just seems like it makes more sense. You know? Seems like it makes more sense. But hopefully my man from Ghana will lay down the smackdown. All right, moving on to the co-main event. That's right, people.
Coco.
Peter Sobata versus Ben Saunders. Killer B Saunders. 21-7 for Killer B. Didn't he just lose his fight?
Yeah.
I really. Shit. I mean, off the top, like, my knee jerk would have been Saunders, but just because he's in Poland, although it's Sweden, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? Being geographicist. Shit, son. Man, you don't make me pick this shit. Peter Sabata versus Ben Saunders. Killer B Saunders. Is that what you talking about from USA? That is 21-7-2. That Ben Saunders. Is that what you talking about? What the fuck are we doing here? Shit. This one's really tough, man. Is it tough for you, or is it pretty easy for you?
I know who I have.
I guess I'll go Saunders.
I would have went Saunders
Yeah.
as well. This other guy's real submission heavy.
Well, yeah.
And Ben's real good off the ground.
Sure. Here's the thing, like, nobody's really fucking destroying on the ground except for Damian Maia. Now, they may have good defense in their guard, and they may be able to keep people, you know, lock them down so they can get stood up. But, you know, most of the time they're not really doing much. Not like they're not like the 10th Planet guys are just submitting people like crazy off their backs. But yeah, I guess Saunders I feel comfortable with. All right, so moving on to the co-main event. Volkan Ozdemir versus Misha Serkinov.
A man who they fired and brought back instantaneously.
Misha? Yeah. It's faster than most people that have left and come back that have done very well.
This is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5
very
versus
glad
number
I don't
7.
have to
13-1 versus 13-2.
Yep. We have an actual Sweden or Switzerland? I'm still nobody's actually from Sweden in this fight apparently. I just assume they're all right next door.
There's one person from Sweden.
Main event?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that makes sense.
I'm going to go Serkinov.
All right. I'm probably good either way. I mean, it's 13-1, 13-2. You know, they both have crazy last names, which just gives you extra points somehow. I mean, Jacek, I mean, get the fuck out of here. If you just heard the name, you would never be able to spell it.
No.
Never. You wouldn't, like, even just the first letter, aside from seeing it before.
Y?
Yeah, exactly.
Yawn?
Yeah.
Yawn.
Yeah.
Like, how about J?
Is there, like, a silent H somewhere?
How about J-E-R? You're like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Why are we using the same alphabet in such
gets
drastically different ways?
That's why the more fucked up your name is spelled, the more points you get. You just like extra credit. All right, the main event, Alexander Gustafsson versus Glover Teixeira. Two men that have shared many of the same opponents. I mean, it is light heavyweight for all intents and purposes, so it's not the most dynamic division. Teixeira has not done very well for himself lately. And Gustafsson,
who knows where his head's at,
is putting it back together. He's had so much time to fall off, and he just hasn't fallen off.
He hasn't been fighting.
You know? Yeah, but I mean, maybe he was doing surgery or something like that. I don't know.
He was contemplating retiring.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. That wasn't like after his last loss. He's had a couple fights since he was contemplating, which I don't even think he was contemplating. Great. I mean, Teixeira hasn't looked great either. Teixeira's looked like dog shit. He's got knocked out
by Rumble.
He got knocked the fuck out by. He did nothing against Rumble.
That's because
he got destroyed. I know. He got destroyed by John Jones. He did nothing against, although not many people do anything against.
How long ago was that?
I'm just saying. And then, like, what he beat? Did he fight a Nogueira? It seems like he fought Little Nog.
He's ranked number 2.
I get it. Gustafsson's ranked number 1. It's a weak division. It's a super fucking weak division, and that's the only reason Cormier's at the top of it, because he's fought like a bunch of nobodies to just somehow he got. I don't know. You want to talk about a champion with the easiest path to the belt? Cormier. I got to go Gustafsson on this one. I mean, hometown guy. And Teixeira's old, man. Teixeira's been around forever. And it's not a division where it's like they age well. Yeah, I think Gustafsson's going to get it done. Cool.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I think Glover could put those hands on him.
Let me see where Glover's at now that we've made our picks here real quick. All right, so he's beat Kanene.
Rashad, Patrick Cummings.
Well, Rashad is not, I mean, okay. Oven St. Preux. That's a good win. But yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. It's light heavyweight. Not a lot of scary dudes in that division. All right, so that's UFC Fight Night not next Sunday. 2 Sundays from now. Well, this is coming out Thursday. Anyway, Sunday, May 28th, 2017. Gustafsson versus Teixeira from Stockholm, Sweden. These are our picks. Read them and weep. Do cry. For me, Argentina. The truth is, I left you a long time ago. So starting off on the bottom, I've got Colombo.
I've got Held.
I've got Till.
I've got Velikovic.
I got Tusimov?
Toss him off.
Yep.
Kamosi.
I got Stasiak.
I got Hermanson.
I got Meek.
I got Akhmedov.
I got Saunders.
I got Serkinov.
And I got Alexander Gustafsson.
I feel like we picked all the ones we could say better.
Not necessarily. I don't know. I didn't really have. There was only a couple names. It was like one fight where I couldn't say anything.
Masok. I don't know.
Yeah.
Razik Al Hassan, maybe.
Yeah, but you couldn't say your pick. Like, we just had 2 picks. Like, that's not an easy name. That's not an easy name. Silva? Silva's so hard. I don't know. That's a weak theory there, bro. But it doesn't mean any of our picks will be good. So, Anyway, that's it, people. We're done with this episode. I hope you enjoyed the fights. I recommend watching them. Get Fight Pass. Watch that card. It's a good card. Top to bottom, great card. And this one, probably, I would not be surprised if this card's a fucking crazy fight, too. Crazy fights. Whatever. So that's it. Follow Keith at Spurlock1 on Twitter. I'm at Ray Taylor on Twitter and Instagram. Patreon.com/InspiredDisorder. Donate $1, $1 a month, $12 a year, or more if you want perks. Go to InspiredDisorder.com where you can find links to subscribe to YouTube page, the Facebook page, and to subscribe to all the podcasts and to buy my artwork and everything. InspiredDisorder.com. That's it. We're done. Have a great week, people.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Inspired Disorder podcast. Embedded signals within this podcast have reprogrammed your natural thinking patterns. Side effects may include lack of inhibitions, erectile dysfunction, anal leakage, transcendental communication with beings from 4 of the 7 primary dimensions. In the event of a tear in space-time, please keep your hands down and feet together. Any loss of life or limbs due to interdimensional travel is not the responsibility of this podcast.